What is happening, guys? It's me, JC the Jester, and welcome back to my gaming channel. Okay, first, I have to tell you that I have been sick for 2 weeks, but I am going to update my Becca and MC fanfiction in a few days. Anyway, this is the Sophomore Book 2, Chapter 12. Just dance. The next day, you're getting ready to head to Zeke's performance. Suddenly, you hear the sound of raised voices coming from outside. What was that? You head outside towards Mr. Delacroix's trailer. The voices grow louder as you reach the door of the trailer. They are clearly yelling. Is that Sebastian's voice? You open the door and see Sebastian and his father mid-argument. Oh shit. And you never amount to anything if you keep this up. Well, better than being a heartless bastard like you. Tell him, Seb, tell him. Yes, resorting to name-calling, how childish. It's no wonder you can't make any friends. Sebastian's face falls, and you can see tears welling in his eyes, but he stands his ground. Seriously? Sebastian, don't listen to him. Dorian whirls around, and his face darkens when he sees you. What are you doing here? I can hear you all the way from my house. You turn to Sebastian. I know you may feel alone right now, but you have friends. We all had such a good time with you last night. You would choose those people over me, over your family? Remember how many times they've hurt you? They are the enemy. They are not my enemy anymore. That is enough. No, father is not. Maybe you need to hear this. Dorian runs his hand over his brow. A heavy silence hangs in the air as you and Sebastian watch him. To your surprise, he looks up with tears in his eyes. I think he's acting, though. Sebastian, you're right. I know I've been a wretched father. I've been dismissive, neglectful, and unsympathetic. If I could go back and do it all again, I would. But I need you to understand. Everything I've done in the attempt to make the best possible life for you. Is that so? Because it seems like you've largely either ignored or derided me for the most of my life. You never even bothered to attend any of my performances while I was growing up. Believe me, it wasn't because I didn't care. I was focused on my work, which I realize is poor excuse. This doesn't justify you being a jerk to Sebastian and manipulating him to sabotage our house. That was not my intent. I was genuinely worried about your treatment of my son. I never told him to do anything illegal. Sebastian, you may think that I hold you in low regard, but the exact opposite is true. I see so much potential in you. If I seem distant, it's because I trust you to be responsible and self-sufficient. If I seem overly critical, it's because I know you can prove me wrong and be even better than I expected. You're a Delacroix, but more importantly, you're my son. All I want is for you to succeed and be happy. Dots. Sebastian, he's lying. He's clearly just trying to manipulate you again. Don't believe a word he says. Why don't you let me make my own decision? Oh, sorry, I got carried away. Now it seems my father and I have a lot to talk about. Alone. Well, okay, if that's what you want. You exit the trailer, glancing back one last time at father and son. With a sigh, you close the door, then head towards campus to attend Zeke's performance. You hurry to the recital hall to find it packed with people. Zeke is standing near the back of the room, and he rushes over when he sees you. There you are, we start in 5 minutes. Shouldn't you be backstage getting ready then? I wanted to see you first. Oh, looks like I got here just in time then. You must be so excited. You've been working so hard on this routine and now you get to show off your skills. Well, I try my best anyway. I'm no Fred Astaire, but I feel good. The team has my back and I'm ready to give this all I've got. Hey, before I get out there, I just want to say thanks for everything this year, supporting me, encouraging me, standing up for me. I might have chickened out on the dance team if you hadn't been there to cheer me on. Zeke, I'm always here for you, but you're the one who took initiative and accomplished so much. Don't forget to give yourself credit. You could have gotten through this with or without me. Maybe, but I'm glad it was with you anyway. Damn straight, which I'm not. Now are you ready to get out on the dance floor and slay this whole room? You know it. With that, he bounces over to the center of the dance floor, joining the rest of the team in formation as they spill out from backstage. The room falls quiet and Madison takes the mic. Hello and welcome to the Heartfelt Lyrical Dance Team's end of the year performance. We are especially pleased to present solos by Chelsea McIntyre and Zeke Ortega. The whole team has worked super hard this quarter, so please give it up for our dancers. You cup your hands around your mouth. Go! Everybody, go! Zeke. Zeke looks in your direction and grins. Dots. The team takes their places, each member posing information. They burst into dance, moving in perfect harmony with one another. People in the audience bob their heads to the music and watch intently. The dancers seamlessly execute their routine, building out from a languid legato wave to an energized flurry of movement. Suddenly, they part to form a semicircle, falling motionless as Zeke and Chelsea moved. They mirror each other, bodies whirling smoothly to the beat of the music. Zeke pauses as Chelsea launches into a graceful series of leaps and spins. I think these two seem nice together. Maybe they will start dating later. Then Chelsea becomes still and Zeke steps forward, his body swaying hypnotically, his feet drift lightly across the floor. Dots grinning. Suddenly, he leaps into the air, landing perfectly and singing to the crowd in a seamless split. He raises his arms triumphantly. The audience explodes in applause as the song concludes, and the dancers take their bows. As the team disperses, Zeke bows over to you, grinning broadly. Zeke, you were incredible. I'm just glad I managed to not trip over my feet. Come on, I'm serious. You did a really great job. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm happy you came to see me. I guess now all that's left is to... Sigmund! Zeke, baby, I'm so proud of you! I think this is definitely his mother. A middle-aged woman bursts from the crowd, immediately rushing forward to cover Zeke's face in kisses. Mom, not in front of everyone! Oh, excuse me, am I embarrassing you? I was in labor for 10 hours with you, mijo. I've earned the right to give you a few kisses. I like her already. You bring that up every single time I do something you don't like. I don't think I'm gonna let you forget about it anytime soon. She turns to you with a warm smile and extends her hand. I'm Zeke's mom. Call me Linda. Hi, Linda. Nice to meet you. I hope we will get to meet Becca's mom and dad one day too. I'm Zeke's friend, Liv. Oh, so you're the famous Liv. Zeke told me so much about you. When he invited us up for his performance, I thought this would be the perfect chance to finally meet you in person. Oh, I've been excited to meet you too. From everything Zeke said, it sounds like you've been an incredible, strong, and supportive mother. You hear that, honey? Next time you're thinking of giving me lip, remember that Liv thinks I'm a great mom. I don't give you lip. That sounds a little like lip. Yeah, Zeke, have some respect for your mom. Liv, don't you even... Okay, I like you already. Maybe I should adopt you instead of dealing with this little nightmare. Mom! I'm just teasing, sweetie. At the moment a young woman approaches the three of you, Zeke's face lights up and he sweeps her into a big hug. Ugh! Get away from me, widow! You stink! Sorry, Sophie, it's my right as your older brother to be gross and annoy you. Now, what do you think of my moves? You okay? Your footwork was a little sloppy, but I guess it's an improvement from how you used to dance. Leave me, Sophie, my brutally honest and unforgiving sister. Oh, so you'll live. Sorry you've been stuck hanging out with this big goof. I'm sure I'll survive somehow. So, Sophie, let's hear some embarrassing stories about your brother. Liv, no, why would you do me like this? Because I'm bored. Oh, I've got so many. I'm gonna tell everyone all your secrets when I start here next year. But what? You're not talking about Hartfield, are you? I was waiting to surprise you, but yeah, I got a full scholarship, so you don't get to be the special college going kid in the family anymore. Zeke lets out a whoop and scoops his sister up in his arms. Sophie, oh my god, that's awesome. Listen, you're gonna do great, and I'm here for you if you need help. You can help me by taking 5 steps back. What did I say about sweaty hugs? Linda snips and wipes a tear from her eye while holding up her phone to film the exchange. Oh, my sweet little babies. I'm sending this to the whole family. I like this family. Congratulations, Sophie. Maybe we'll get to see more of each other next year then. That'd be cool. I mean, Zeke says that you guys have been really great. Oh honey, look at you, already making college friends. Hey, maybe Liv could join us for dinner tonight and you could get to know each other a little more. Yeah, and the two of you can give Sophie tips for her first year of college. And I can tell Liv embarrassing stories about Zeke. Now hang on just a minute. Oh, I would love to. I love free food. I hope we will get to see Becca's parents someday soon, because I'm bored. If you think I'm passing up the chance to hear those embarrassing stories, you're wrong. Okay, I guess. I can't prolong the inevitable. Let me get changed, then we can go. You and the Ortegas head to a restaurant in downtown Hartfield. After grabbing a table and ordering, you continue your conversation. I'm so glad you're joining us tonight, Liv. I've been so curious to meet you after everything Zeke told me about you. You turn to look at Zeke, smiling. What has Zeke said about me? I'm out of curiosity. Well, he thinks that you care a lot about your friends. You're supportive, hardworking, and intelligent. And that you're incredibly talented. I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of The Freshman. Maybe even a side copy. Yeah, I want to see what Liv writes about Zeke. How he stacked up in the story. I wrote him as a loner, for sure. I guess I was a little worried about him fitting in at college. But don't worry, by the end of the book, he's found his place and is surrounded by people who care about him. Spoilers! MC spoilers. See, I got my happy ending. Enough about my book, though. I want to hear more about you and your family. Well, it's just been me and the kids for the most part. Mary is the eldest and she runs a nonprofit that offers after-school reading programs for students for low-income families. Wow. Zeke and Sophie are the middle kids and the youngest are Lucy, who's 16, and Mila. Wow, that sounds like a lot to handle. You're telling me. So. Do you have any hobbies? Honey, you have a lot less free time once you have kids. But now that they're all old enough to look after themselves, I try to get out a little more. I volunteer at the library on weekends and have book club on Tuesday nights. Are you sure you don't mean wine and gossip night? Hey, don't judge. You try raising 5 kids and tell me you don't need to let off some steam. Girl, sometimes I wonder where you got that sass. And then I remember it was probably from me. I distinctly remember you telling me as a kid that no child of yours was ever going to be a pushover. Hey, it's good to speak your mind and know what you want. In the long run, I guess, but having 5 willful kids under one roof can lead to a lot of mischief. Like the balcony incident, or the garden hose fiasco, or the bee apocalypse. What? Okay, now you've got me all curious. Tell me about the garden hose fiasco. I wanna know. Okay, but you have to promise not to judge me, Liv. I was pretty young. You were like 14, old enough to know better anyway. So Mary and Mom were both working and I had to watch the younger girls, at least I was supposed to. But instead, I wanted to watch adolescent nuclear assassin tortoises on TV, so I wasn't paying much attention to my sisters. Unfortunately, Lucy had the flu and she threw up all over herself. Sophie came to get me, but it was such a mess that he took her outside and just hoisted her and her bedding down on the lawn. What? But it gets worse. Because then I, being a smart aleck, thought it would be hilarious to poke holes in the garden hose with a pencil. Long story short, everyone got soaked and the garden hose was ruined. We told Mom the cat had punctured the hose. I obviously did not buy it for 1 second. Oh my gosh, that's priceless! Now I want to hear the entire Ortega family chronicle of mischief. Trust me, we have so many stories like that. I could spend a lifetime trying to tell you all of them. Sometimes I wonder why I let any of those kids out of my sight for a minute. Oh, Mom, you did good. There may have been bumps along the way, but we all turned out okay. You enjoyed the rest of your evening with the Ortegas. Once dinner concludes, Linda and Sophie walk you and Zeke back to campus. Liv, thanks again for having dinner with us. You're an accomplished young woman and I'm happy to get to know you better. She wraps you in a warm tight hug and whispers in your ear. Keep looking out for my boy, okay? He's been lucky to have you as a friend. I will, believe me, I've been just as lucky. Linda steps away, then Sophie comes forward to hug you too. I'm really excited to get to know you more next year. Me too, kid. You all say your goodbyes, then Linda and Sophie head out to catch the train. Zeke starts walking you towards your house. Well, you survived. What do you think about my family? I like them so much. They were really friendly, and I want them to show up more. I feel like I've known them forever. I'm just really happy you got to meet each other. You're important to me and my family is my entire world, so it meant a lot to see you having fun with them. Hey, before you head home, I actually have something for you. What do you mean, like a gift? It better be free diamonds, Zeke, or I wouldn't want it. He pulls his gift out of his bag and hands you... Hand me what? Is that baby Zeke? And a compass? Why? What are free diamonds? Oh my god, you were such a cute little boy scout. I think it was 9 or 10 there. Look on the back. You flip the photo over to see a message in Zeke's handwriting. To Liv, I wanted you to have my compass from my scouting days. Turns out I don't need it anymore because I've got you to help me find my way. That's sweet and everything. Oh Zeke, I don't even know what to say. Hey, I'm just thankful to have a friend like you. Anyway, I should let you head home, but thanks again for coming to my show and for everything. He gives you one last hug, then you part and you head home. Later that night, you wake up suddenly and at first you're not sure why, then you realize someone is knocking on the door. Wait, what door is it? Our bedroom's door or... You scramble for your phone as the noise continues. It's 2 in the morning! With what? You get out of bed and hurry to the front door. Oh my god, who is it? You open the door to find AJ on your front step, her face wet with tears. Oh my gosh. AJ! Is Chris home? I texted him a minute ago, but he didn't answer, so I started knocking. AJ, what are you doing here? Chris pounced down the stairs, and you step aside to let AJ in. She runs into Chris's arm. AJ, what happened? Where's Dad? Are you okay? Oh shit. Did he run away again? I woke up and Dad was gone. It was dark, and I was scared. Chris picks her up and she wraps her arms around his neck. He wraps her back, meeting your eyes over her shoulder. Oh man, I don't know what to say. This just sucks. Let's go into the kitchen. I'll make you some hot chocolate, AJ. You heat up some hot chocolate in the microwave while Chris hands AJ several tissues so that she can blow her nose. She's hiccuping. Thank you. She takes a sip and Chris wraps a protective arm around her. AJ, can you tell us exactly what happened? The thing is, nothing happened. He just wasn't there. I waited an hour, but he didn't come back, so I got really scared. AJ, you were so brave coming here alone, and it's 2 in the morning. I feel bad for her. It was scary when people ride the trains at night. I just pretended to be asleep so nobody would pay attention to me. I'm so glad you're okay. Do you have any idea what happened with Dad? I went into his room and his phone and wallet were gone. It's like he decided to just go out in the middle of the night. She buries her face in Chris's side. I thought he'd run away again. Chris gives her a tight hug. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, AJ. I don't want to go back. I can't believe he just left. It's okay, you can stay here tonight. I'll lay out some extra blankets in my room. We can make a fort like we used to. Do you want to watch TV? We have to keep the volume low, but there are probably reruns of Crown and The Flame on. I don't want to watch TV. Do you want to just hang out? AJ nods. Can Liv hang out with us? She sniffles and looks up at you. I think we should do something fun. Thankfully, I had enough diamonds for this. AJ takes her hot chocolate in one hand and Chris's hand in the other, and together the three of you head to your room. You flick on the lights and shut the door softly once you're inside. Hey, is that the lobster you saved from the lobster shack? AJ crosses to the fish tank on your bookshelf. Sure is. Pete's doing great. AJ presses her hands and nose to the glass as she peers inside. Pete pokes his head out of the rock cave he'd been nestled in. I gotta admit, I thought you were crazy when you saved this little guy, but he's kinda cute. AJ and Chris sit on your bed and you pull out some paper and pencils from your desk drawer. So AJ, I know you like comic books. How would you like to make one of your own? But I don't know how to write a comic book. I just like reading them. Sure, but that means you know a lot about them and you understand how they work. You have read every issue of Starfall and Hero. But where do we start? Well, let's come up with a good superhero. What do you want them to be like? She should be strong, smart, brave, and really good at solving problems. And she should always do the right thing, but on top of all that, she needs an extra space power. How about the ability to talk to animals, because it's so cute. They could help her track down bad guys. Yes, and then she could hang out with the cute dogs when she's not fighting crime. Sounds like a winner to me. So what now? Okay, so during the day, she's a mild-mannered seamstress, but at night, she hits the streets to fight crime. Oh, and she needs a tragic backstory, something that motivated her to begin a life of vigilante justice. I can't think of anything that hasn't been done already. Me neither. Maybe she used to be a Villain. Nice, and now she's trying to make up for all the bad stuff she did in the past. Maybe the main villain keeps threatening to expose her true identity to the city. You're getting the hang of this, and speaking of the bad guy, tell me more about the hero's arch nemesis. He's called the Talker and he's greedy and mean. His superpower is making people believe whatever he says so he can manipulate them. Wow, I bet he could get into all sorts of trouble with that. What would an evil person want? Maybe he wants to get revenge against all who have done him wrong. I like it. And maybe he's mad at something the hero did to him and that's why he keeps fighting her. Sounds like we've got a full-fledged comic book saga. Not so fast. The hero still needs a name. I don't know, I'm bad with names. Do you have any ideas? The only name I can think of right now is Kate Kane, and that's Batwoman. And she's my favorite superhero, but not because she's a lesbian or anything like that. Anyway, I'm just gonna come up with something else. And that is this. Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. Khaleesi is perfect. That's what I'll call her. Thanks so much. You, Chris, and AJ set about planning out a basic story and drawing comic book panels together. Finally, your work is finished and AJ reads over the story. Wow, it's amazing! I can't believe we came up with all this. Hey, Khaleesi is your hero. We just helped you flesh out some ideas. Yeah, AJ, that part with the chase scene over that acid pit was all you. That was really fun. I can't wait to show Mom. Maybe someday I'll be a published author like Liv. She smiles up at you but suddenly breaks into a yawn. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, kiddo, but it's way past your bedtime. Okay, thanks again for cheering me up, Liv. No problem, and don't forget me when you're a famous comic book writer. With one last smile over her shoulder, AJ follows Chris out of your room. Coming in hand, you gather up your mugs and head to the kitchen. After putting AJ to bed, Chris comes back to downstairs, his phone pressed to his ear. He's not picking up, his phone just rings all the way through the voicemail. He lets out a frustrated sigh, then types out a quick text. Okay, I told him to come here as soon as he sees this. Do you think something happened? Yeah, I do. I think he gave up on being our dad again. But if that's true, what if he doesn't come back? What if he's gone? Then I don't know. Let's just wait and see if he shows. Whatever goes down with your dad, you know that you were AJ's real hero tonight, right? She shouldn't have needed rescuing in the first place. Still, it has to mean something that she has a brother like you who will never fail her like her father did. I hope that's true. What if? Deep down, I'm like my dad. What if I end up hurting the people I love? Chris, I saw how you were with AJ tonight. You were an amazing big brother and you're going to be an incredible dad someday. If that's what you want. He sighs and smiles warily at you. Thanks, Liv. I know AJ loved having you around too. It seems my sis has two superheroes in her corner. You take Chris's arm and gently guide him toward one of the beanbag couches, taking a seat next to him. You give his knee a reassuring squeeze, then together you wait. After what feels like hours, there's a knock at the door. Chris rushes over. He opens the door but doesn't step aside. Hey Chris, thanks for the heads up. Mind letting me in? It's chilly out. What the hell happened? Where have you been? Chris, calm down. Can a guy go out for a late night bite to eat? You left your young daughter alone in a city she doesn't know in the middle of the night. Chris, come on. She was at home. She had nothing to be scared about. Besides, she's mature for her age. I think the fuck not. Frank? What was going through your head? I don't know, I was hungry and thought I'd grab a burger somewhere. Then I got chatting with some of the locals. I'm new to the area, I want to make friends. Making friends past midnight while your young daughter is home alone is not a sign of good parenting. I let AJ stay with you because I trusted you. Mom let her stay with you because she trusted you. Worst of all, you let AJ down. She was so thrilled to get to know her father. But you haven't changed, Dad. You're still the same undependable deadbeat you always were. I moved all the way to North Bridge to be close to you. I may still be figuring things out, but I'm serious about this, Chris. But how can I trust you after tonight? AJ and I opened up to you and we got hurt again. Chris, honest, it was just a mistake. I'll do better next time. Come on, think about how great it'd be having your old man around. I can come to your football games, spend time with you. Hell, I'll take you to the zoo again if you want. What about AJ? Well, I mean, she'll be in Sherryfield, right? But of course, she can come to visit and I'll be sure. I personally think he pays much more attention to Chris than to AJ. Stop, just stop. You don't get it, do you? You like the idea of being our dad, but when it comes down to it, you don't have what it takes to really take care of us. You're still making bad decisions, and I won't just stand by and let you continue to treat this family poorly. If there's one thing I learned this year, it's that some people don't deserve second chances. I tried to give you one, but you blew it. You've let me down for the last time. Bye, Dad. He starts to close the door. Chris, please! I said bye, Dad. Don't come here again. Don't contact me or Mom or Kyle, and especially not AJ. Now get out. And if you do try to get in touch with any of us again, you will wish you hadn't. I'm done being a pushover, Dad. Goodbye. Forever. Frank's face falls, but he turns on his heel and slumps down the steps and across the front walkway to his car. Are you okay? That was really hard. You take Chris's arm and guide him to the couch on the other side of the room. Hey, you did the right thing. Chris sighs and drops his face into his hands. I know I did. I just wish things didn't have to end like this. I wish he was better. I wish he was the man I thought he was when I was a kid. Chris, you can change how people are. I know, I guess I had all these wishes as a kid, and I thought if I just wanted it badly enough, they would come true. Oh man, I wish things turned out differently for Chris. I wonder if there is a way to make him forgive his father, or is this really the only option? So guys, tell me how things between Chris and his dad went down in your game in the comment section, okay? I'm just gonna continue right now. Oh, he is. He's a deadbeat. Rubs a hand down his face and lets out a heavy sigh. I'll call Mom up tomorrow morning and let her know what happened. Maybe I'll drive AJ home myself instead of putting her on the train. I'm gonna go see how AJ's doing. You should head back to bed too. You can still catch a few hours of sleep. You walk Chris to the foot of the stairs. He turns toward you. Thanks for being there during all that. I'm sorry it woke you up. Don't apologize, Chris. It wasn't fair for you to have to go through that. If I could offer any support at all, then I'm glad. Hey, I was waiting for the right moment to tell you, but this seems as good a time as any. I have something for you. He rushes upstairs to his room, then hurries back to you holding something behind his back. Student Council gives out an annual award to one student who goes above and beyond to help others and make the community a special place. I nominated you a while back and found out today that you got it, so I asked if I could be the one to deliver it to you. He holds out a small award plaque. Oh wow, I won an award! Chris, I don't know what to say. That's so thoughtful of you. Hey, you've earned this. You work so hard to make sure everyone is happy, and it's about time you are recognized for it. It looked great on your transcript, of course. You've helped me through some of my lowest moments. I just want you to know how grateful I am. You're one of the most important people in my life, too. I treasure this forever. Chris gives you a hug and you rub his back soothingly. Thank you for everything. It means so much to have someone like you as a friend. I'm here for you, Chris. Always have been. Always will be. Chris pulls back with a small smile and says goodnight. You go back to your own room, and after tossing and turning for a long while, you finally fall asleep. The next day, you wake up to your phone ringing. James, what's going on? It's 7 in the... I got signed by Polar Bear. James got his big break. How will you celebrate? Find out in the next chapter. Does this mean that we're gonna have to run around and help each of our friends one by one? Ugh. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you again next week. Bye.